As it's going. Hey guys.
Hi.
So I want to introduce you guys to Nan Campbell. She is our current volunteer coordinator. And while she's doing that, I'm going to do some behind the scene things. But we are excited to welcome you to our live. And we want to talk all things volunteering, how you can volunteer, how old you have to be, what does it mean to volunteer, all of those things. So Nan, introduce yourself and kind of go over a couple different things while I work on some backside stuff really quick.
Thank you, Julie. So my name is Nan, and I am the volunteer coordinator. I have been the volunteer coordinator for almost a year now. So it's really exciting to be a part of this because I get to actually put a name on myself as being part of PWA. So myself and my family members, some of my children have been part of PWA for the past 4.5, almost 5 years. And PWA is a big part of us. So we love to volunteer in our community and help those out in the community in need and to do the smallest thing possible and to make a big impact. So I wanted to be something within the organization to make an impact. So here I am searching for you volunteers out there to bring you in to help us share, give, and help others.
Awesome. So I am still working on sharing this live, but one of the most common question that we get, Nan, is how do we sign up to be a volunteer? How does one volunteer? Do they call you? What do they do?
Yeah, so there's different ways that you can actually look into volunteering. You can either email me or you can go on the PWATX.org page and there is a button to click to sign up for being a general volunteer. But you can also email me at volunteer.org. Wait, PWA.
Volunteer.
Hold on. Volunteer.pwatx.org.
Volunteer at.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
I have my notes with me. All right, yeah. So there's two different ways, or you can reach out if you're in the volunteer page already, and you can say, "Hey, Nan, I'm ready to be a general volunteer," and we can get you hooked up that way.
Awesome. So, is there any special requirements to become a volunteer?
Not really special requirements. You can volunteer as small as sending notes out. Writing thank you notes, making pillows, or putting boxes together. But there's no actual requirements. You don't have to live here in this general local area. You can be afar. You can live in Germany, overseas, and you can still be a part of PWATX by social media, through social media.
Okay, that's awesome. So that means you don't have to physically be here or local to volunteer?
No, you don't. You can be home on your couch and you can type on the computer and say, share what you know about Pink Warrior Angels. And you can just spread the word about us and who we are, things like that.
Oh, that's a good idea. That's good. So sharing is caring for sure. I have one other place to put this. Sorry. So sharing is caring because with social media, Instagram, Twitter, any of that, it helps us to alleviate cost when you're commenting, when you are sharing all the different information, because sharing is caring. That's the easiest.
And it's the simplest thing. If you're scrolling through social media anyway, or you're just stopping by or looking at a notification, you can just pop on there. And if you see something posted that we put out there, you can just go ahead and click the share button and share it on your page. So maybe somebody out there who you may be friends with and we don't know, or you may know that we don't know, they may see PWTX and be like, and they may feel linked to us in some way to help share and spread the word.
That's a good idea. That's a good point. So we all know sometimes that there's somebody who's going through something. We always talk about what's your color. And the What's Your Color campaign that we have is about starting that conversation. So even with our volunteers, our ambassadors, board members, it is about what is your color and starting those hard conversations. So keep that in mind. Or if you know somebody that knows somebody that's going through something, you'd be surprised how much our community reaches out. We are all cancers, guys, not just breast cancer month. Breast cancer month is a big month for sure. But another question that I get also via email and messaging is, you know, what is there like an age limit? And here recently we had to kind of stick with 10 years old and up. While your kiddos can come, but you as a parent have to decide if it's safe or if you're going to be able to engage if your kiddos are with you. And we don't mind kids, but sometimes there's just things that legality reasons and insurance reasons is why we can't. It might be the insurance of like a car wash, for example. Clearly we don't want 3-year-olds there, but they could clean the tires the best, but at the same time, the liability of the place that we're at doing this might have a different issue. So, you know, 10 years old and up, I would definitely recommend. Summer's coming. We need things done for, of course, like you said, packing boxes and doing those things. So we just got a big shipment in from Evolved by Nature of some hand cream that's going to go in our chemo care kits that we will need to have prepared to put into our bags for our June event. And I personally am not going to be here, so we're going to need all the volunteers to come together to help do those things. And sometimes the news will pick that up as well too. So definitely that's something else. Let's see, what else are some things that, let's see. Oh, what is your talent? So talk about that, like the different talents that people might have that can bring to PWA.
Yeah, so we, for instance, my daughter, she has a sewing talent. I mean, it's just in the family genes. So what she likes to do is she likes to sew pillows, heart pillows together. And that is a huge thing to give a survivor after treatment. And they just love it. They just love the comfort that it gives them and just having something there as gift giving. So my daughter, she has a talent of sewing, and so she loves to give and make these pillows, and they are super soft and they're so adorable.
Look at
so
this, guys.
So we like that. If you have great, awesome handwriting and like to write, you can make some cards, thank you cards.
Yes.
And we like to put those in the boxes, in our kit boxes, to just as a little thank you note.
For thinking about you.
For thinking about people. Yeah.
Because, you know, we don't get enough mail nowadays. Like, it's all bills, junk mail. But it's always nice to get a handwritten letter type thing. So if, let's say, a Girl Scout troop or a Boy Scout troop wants to do something for us, like, is that possible? Yeah. Like, what would you suggest that they could maybe even do? Like some ideas?
Yeah. So if they want to put together some kind of drive outside of a store and collect, I don't know, crossword puzzles or socks, warm, cozy socks or blankets, something like that, they can put that together. Because after treatment, what are you doing? You know, you're sitting up, laying in bed, you know, you don't want to do nothing. Sometimes crossword puzzles help calm somebody and that makes them happy. And so Girl Scout troops or Boy Scout troops can go ahead and put a drive together, do something like that. They can also put a drive together to earn donations or funding to donate towards Pink Warrior Angels. And
like for, you know, here's a good example. We need stuffing for the pillows, guys. Stuffing. As little and as minute as that may seem, we need stuffing.
Yeah. So like the Hobby Lobby, Walmart, those places have things like stuffing. And so they could just like make a sign and say, these are the things that we would need to contribute towards these gifts that we put together.
That's a great idea. So the other thing here is, let's see. Oh, here's another great one is that you can become a sponsor or a donor. And so that doesn't mean $50,000. Although if you have that and you want to give it to us, we'll be happy to take it. But Facebook fundraisers. That's a great one. So like birthday Facebook fundraisers, because there's no fees associated with the giver and us. We get it within 2 weeks direct to our bank account, which is super awesome because we're vetted, if you will, through Facebook and Instagram. So even if you're watching on YouTube right now, you can put it on your Instagram or your Facebook, and you can find us, Pink Warrior Angels of Texas, and do your birthday that way and ask for donations. That comes in.
Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon. We have an Amazon wish list as well. We also have Amazon Smile. I think that's out on our stories right now. So from the app on your phone now, you can go and hit those 3 little buttons at the bottom of the app, and then click on Amazon Smile and connect with us. And what that does, it gives us, I think, like 0.05% of your sale. Whatever you purchase will come to us every quarter. And we last year probably got over $300 in a 12-month span. That's a lot of Christmas shopping, and we're all home shopping a lot through Amazon right now. So that's another thing too. Or you can, purchase off our Amazon list. It comes directly to us. Everything's tax deductible, or even the power of $20, giving back. Setting up a reoccurring donation monthly, quarterly, yearly, even so. So what are some of the events that we did last year? I know we didn't do a whole lot, but we did. What did we do?
We worked with some other organizations with home base. And so moving with the military, we worked with those organizations. Our wonderful Hope, Runway of Hope.
That was that was a good one.
That's
because
a fun one.
We weren't sure what we were going to do with that one, so that was nice that we were able to still have that in-person social distance type thing. A lot of people that we support are immunocompromised, even myself. But with good practices, people getting vaccines now, if you choose to get a vaccine, that it helps lower your risk as well too right now for what the CDC is saying. So, we do all those things and make sure that we have gloves and that we have hand sanitizer available. So everything feels safe around. But if you're not comfortable coming out, just share it. Sharing helps a lot to do so. So on May 1st is actually going to be an event. I'm going to see if I can get this right and do this correctly here. So let me see. Okay, maybe not. Selena, I need you. Okay,
there it is.
Right over her face. Perfect.
Here, I'll fit in the screen.
Oh, there we go. Perfect. Yay. Okay, so wait, this way. Okay, so the Iron Horse Disciple group is going to have a biker weekend, and they do this fundraiser every year, but this year we are the beneficiaries. So come out, have some great barbecue on May 1st at the Temple Harley Davidson. Horny Toad Harley Davidson is what it's called. The address and everything's on our sites. You can come and get your face painted. There's raffle baskets. There's a 50-50 raffle, barbecue, vendors, and then they're having blessing of the bikes on Sunday. But it is a great, I'm going for the barbecue because they have some great food coming, and I'm all about getting some good food. We will be there as well. And, we'll have our online store if you want to support. Come buy a Harley, anything of those natures, that definitely. And then another thing that we are doing is the Talk About Cancer 5K. So that one is coming down the pipe. So we're going to do a new 3-series race, and this one is virtual. And the next one in September will be in person. So we're definitely going to need a lot of help with that. We have planning committees. That's another thing. So talk about the planning committees. How successful are they, or do you think? I think they're doing great on Facebook.
Yeah, so we have committees for certain events that come up, and if you want to be in charge or take charge of a committee, Julie loves that. She loves when someone takes charge and goes with it because she's got so much on her plate. But if you want to be in charge of one of the events that we have coming up, you can start to finish the entire event. Just raise your hand on our Pink Warrior Angels volunteer page and say that I want to be a part of this. If you go to the I believe it's posted to the top. It's linked to the top if you want to be a part of a committee, and there are the committees listed right there for you. So just click on that link and we can get you signed up for that.
Yeah, we'll share it too. I'll share it in the comments afterwards, where you can directly go find all the committees: Runway of Hope, the runs, the virtual runs, Pink Block Party. We do have some pink football games that we've already been invited to in October. So between Tarleton, Coppers Cove High School, and Canyon Middle School down in New Braunfels, we're already scheduled. So it's like October's coming. So if you want to do something in October, we got to do it now versus later, because our books are filling up quickly.
Yeah, and being part of a committee, you want to start early rather than late, because like Julie said, our October month is completely booked and full. And so it's best to get things rolling earlier on and grabbing people on board early and to get you involved.
Yeah, so we're going to have another meeting next month. The hope is to do it hybrid so that we can do in person. More details to follow, and then we will also live stream it as well, because we stopped doing that last year, of course, because of COVID, but we want to get back into the swing of things. So, you know, we might start out at the park to begin with, just to give people more space to be out in, unless we can find a place that has enough room that everybody feels confident. We're definitely need to get back out there. Let's get our lives back rolling and doing all those great things. Hi, Facebook user.
Yeah, I was waiting for a name to pop up.
Yeah, no, sometimes it's StreamYard. They changed something recently, and if you're not giving StreamYard permission, then it can't post anything. It just says Facebook user.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Yeah, which is okay. That's okay. We're glad that you're here. If you're watching too, tell us where you're from. Even on the replay, if you're watching this later, leave comments. Tell us where you're watching from. We have volunteers all over the United States, and one in Portugal. So she helps even from Portugal, because she's a graphic artist, and she helps with some things that we need, and the talent is amazing. So there's nothing big or small. If you want to just come help stack papers together, we can certainly do that. We do have some special things that are coming up. It is Volunteer Appreciation Week. We cannot do this without our volunteers. And if you didn't know, fun fact, we are 100% volunteer based. None of us get paid. That's oh, look, it's Selena. I needed you earlier, Selena. But literally you know, we are all volunteers. And so we do it by the goodness of our hearts. We do have some intern positions that are open that need to be filled as well. You know, if you need to sharpen up your resume, we need help in operations, administrative. Our finance person is finally filled, but we also need someone to help with the financial assistance coordination. So you can learn a lot of great things, high school, college, or just an at-home mom that took the year off because you got luck from another job. That's what happened to me. You can build this on your resume. It's good for your resume to build up and do all these great things. So definitely, it says Emily and I are watching in the car. Love, Bob. Okay, Bob. Hi, Bob. So, you know, it's a very rewarding thing to volunteer. I mean, even if it's not for us, that having kindness, giving back, you don't have to be rich. You don't have to be gung-ho and 40 hours a week. There's some people that only do 2 hours a week with us, and that is okay. You know, what is your talent? What is your specialty that you like? Do you like to cook? You know, we do meal chains all the time, you know, so we need food taken to some survivors that are kind of having a tough time and stuff. So you can cook. What else?
There's always volunteers or people in the community looking to volunteer.
Yeah.
So the power of sharing is so huge. If you just share what PWATX, maybe that might link to somebody who wants to get out there in the community and do something. They're not in that right spot, but you might be that spot to link them there. So the power of sharing is so huge. And you never know who you can reach out to by doing just that. And if they just, you know, peekaboo, look through it and see what PWATX is about, they might think, oh, that's something I can do. I can do that. You know, I don't have to be present. I don't have to be there. I can do it through social media. And that's part of reaching out and being part of your community and wanting to do something for others?
Well, I can tell you our social media interns, they are broadening their skills and sharpening them with Selena, who's our director of marketing. One is in California, one's in Nevada area. And what we found that was important, and what they're learning new skills to put on their resumes, and they're not here. So they're learning from Selena. One, I've learned a lot from Selena too, but guys, this is a digital world. Think about it, So definitely ways to broaden your horizons for sure. And we have lots of fun. It doesn't matter what we're doing. There's always a party going on. It seems like. I think it's great. We have a good time and music, and the kids all get along. And that we had a youth council before, and they did fundraising for the animal shelter, which was super awesome because, if anybody knows me, I have 4 dogs, 1 guinea pig, so it is something so nice to be able to give back, not only for us, but even, we volunteer at other nonprofits ourselves as an organization as well.
Mm-hmm.
With the Food Care Center out of Killeen, they have a big project coming up again. Mm-hmm. So, he's already reached out to us, and I think that's great.
Yeah. It's so good to link up and pair with other people in the community, because you just keep on growing and getting bigger, and more people know about you. And that's what we want. We want the community to come together. We want more of us to come together, because we're so behind the phones and the computers, but we want to come together and do something. And if we can do a little part, that's wonderful.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to let you guys go. Drop any questions that you might have if you're watching on the replay that we can answer back for you. And things that I forgot, I'll also put in the comments so you can see them. But let us know where you're from. Say hi, even if you watched for just 2 seconds. We certainly appreciate it, and we'll chat soon.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye. Oh, wait. Got to hit the button. Okay.